Welcome to another episode, everyone. Tory Lanez, the famous rapper, brutally stabbed there in a California prison by an individual by the name of Santino Casillo, allegedly. But Santino gave an interview to TMZ in which he admitted to stabbing Tory, and he explained why. There are many theories floating around as to why Tory Lanez, a famous rich rapper, would be stabbed multiple times, 14 to 17 times, there in prison in an apparent targeted attack. Why would someone be trying to delete Tory Lanez? Was this person trying to delete Tory Lanez? Three plausible theories, or you decide whether or not they're plausible. But three of the theories that are floating around is that one, Megan the Stallion, the female rapper, the famous female rapper, whom Tory Lanez is in prison for shooting, for assaulting with a weapon, that she sent through her handlers someone at Tory Lanez, in this case, Santino Casillo. That someone was able to reach out to the yard that he was on, get a hold of someone to carry out the hit on Tory Lanez, to finish him off for shooting her in the ankle or the foot and being sentenced for that. Now, there's question in the air as to whether or not he's even guilty of that crime at this juncture. Reports have come out that supposedly her bodyguard shot her, or Tory Lanez's bodyguard, and that somehow Tory Lanez ended up taking a fall for it. I don't know. I'm not a damn detective. I'm not here for all of that. The second theory is that some dude named Rich the Kid, I heard Whack 100 speak about this on DJ Vlad. Some character named Rich the Kid out of Miami that was on a song with Blueface's father on one of his rap CDs, that Tory Lanez was dealing with this dude Rich the Kid's wife or girlfriend, one of the two, and that he was upset over this and did not want to lose his girlfriend to some dude in jail, some criminal, or some famous rich rapper. And thus, he sent someone at Tory Lanez. This is the second theory. Rich the Kid, whomever this is, I don't know. I'm not trying to put a jacket on him. This is the theory. And then lastly, that the person who carried out the attack did it under his own volition. That he did it because he wanted to, for whatever reason, whatever conflict him and Tory may have had there in prison. During the TMZ interview, which I just listened to, Santino Casillo says that he stabbed Tory Lanez because he had gotten word that Tory had put a hit out on him. That Tory Lanez somehow had gotten word that he, Santino Casillo, was being paid to take Tory Lanez out. That he had a hit out on, not that he was going to do the hit, but that he had a hit out on Tory Lanez, this dude. Now, Santino Casillo is no one in power, from my understanding. He's no one that can put a hit out on anyone. He may be able to carry out some sort of hit, but he's not putting out a hit out. He doesn't have that sort of power. Allegedly, he is locked up because when he was 25 years old or so, Santino Casillo, he deleted, unalived, his then 13-year-old girlfriend. Nasty work. A 25-year-old and a 13-year-old. So he's a a chomo, an abuser, a predator. This is alleged. This is what he was found guilty of. This is what he's in prison for. He has life in prison. The perpetrator of this attack upon Tory Lanez's person, upon his body. Life in prison for deleting his 13-year-old girlfriend. So he's on a PC yard. Someone asked me in the comments before if Tory Lanez is on a 50-50 yard, and what does that mean exactly? And will the people ride for him? Will the brothers, I suppose was the question, take up for Tory Lanez and ride for him since someone of another race stabbed him up? The answer is no. They're on a PC yard. Tory Lanez was on a PC yard. There's no such thing as a 50-50 yard as far as I am concerned. I've heard of them. I've heard of some nonsense about a 50-50 yard. But the level 4 yards are 100-100. They're not 50-50. 50-50 is referring to the fact that 50% of the yard is PC, protective custody, and the other 50% of the yard is general population. How does that work? No one that is an upstanding individual will reside on the yard with a PC, with someone who's in protective custody. There's not going to be any 50-50. There's not going to be any half and half. You're not going to walk on the yard with them. You're not going to walk on the yard if you're in good standing and not on a PC yard and don't want to be considered PC with someone like Santino Casillo, who's accused and convicted of deleting a 13-year-old girl. No such thing as a 50-50 yard. Tory Lanez and Santino Casillo was on a PC yard, a protective custody yard. Tory Lanez could be there for whatever reason. He's not from a gang. He doesn't have to uphold to any protocol. He says, I don't want to be bothered with people in the general population. I'm a millionaire, I'm rich, I'm famous. They might try to exploit me, terrorize me, extort me, what have you. I'm going to stay over here. He's not a gangster. He's a musician. And Santino Casillo is on a PC yard because of the crime that he is accused of. So then why would Santino Casillo, or Casillo, who's accused of this crime in prison and has life in prison, attack Tory Lanez with a weapon and stab him in about the neck area, the face area, the torso, 14, 15, 16, 17 times, to the point that they said that they had to rush Tory Lanez to the hospital in an ambulance. One report said that he was airlifted. Another report said that he was taken via ambulance about an hour away from the prison to Bakersfield because the prison could not treat his wounds, that the wounds were so severe that they could not treat him. Another report said that the wounds were superficial, that his life was not in jeopardy. Another report said that he was in critical condition. One lung had collapsed and then healed itself, and then another lung had collapsed. I mean, I don't know what to believe. Was he in critical condition or not? But it seems certainly that he was damaged, because if you're stabbed that many times, we don't know what the long-term effects could be, particularly if your lungs are collapsing and this and that. 5 years from now, what will he look like? I don't know. No one knows. Whatever the reason that Tory Lanez was attacked, he's lucky to still have his life. I don't know which theory is more plausible. That Megan Thee Stallion sent someone at him because she was upset about the crime that was committed against her, wanted to get rid of him, finish him off. They've been beefing in the media back and forth for however long. That this Rich the Kid guy, this is really implausible to me, sent someone at Tory Lanez on a PC yard in prison in California, and he from Miami somewhere, over some female that Tory Lanez was trying to get next to, supposedly, that he was dating or dealing with, or his wife or what have you. It seems more plausible that the individual who gave the interview to TMZ, the alleged perpetrator, but again, I say alleged, but he admitted to it, at least on TMZ in the phone conversation, that he attacked Tory Lanez. They have video of it. Many of you have seen it. And he says, again, that he had gotten word from whomever, for whatever reason, that Tory Lanez had put a hit out upon him because Tory Lanez falsely believed that he had put a hit out on him. That this dude had put a hit out on Tory Lanez. So Tory Lanez said, oh, you put a hit out on me? Oh, no. So dude said that supposedly Tory Lanez doubled whatever the hit was supposed to be upon him. He doubled that to put on this dude, Santino. This is what Santino is saying in the TMZ interview, that Tory Lanez, that I got word that Tory Lanez believed, for whatever reason, whomever told him this, whatever, that I put a hit out on him. This is what Tory Lanez is going around saying, that I put a hit out on him for this amount. So then the word comes to me that Tory Lanez said, oh yeah, really? This dude put a hit out on me? He gets scared, he gets nervous, and in turn puts the hit out on me. He doubles this number that I supposedly put on his head. He doubles it and says, get him, I'll give you double that. He says, so now there's a hit out on me by Tory Lanez, a rich, famous rapper. Rich, famous rapper. And so, since there's a hit out on me, I get nervous, thinking somebody might carry this out. This is Tory Lanez putting this hit out on me. Big celebrity there in prison. He's a celebrity on the street, certainly a celebrity in prison. Someone might carry this out just because Tory Lanez said it. Forget the money. So he got nervous and said, well, before someone gets me, and all likelihood someone will try, if he really put a hit out on me, let me get him. So that's why he attacked Tory Lanez. This is what he said out of his own mouth in an interview. I don't know what happened. I'm not sure why he attacked Tory Lanez. You let me know what you think in the comments. Was it Megan Thee Stallion? Was it Rich the Kid? Was dude just crazy, went off on his own and did it? I know that he's on a PC yard, and this just goes to show the lesson to be learned in this is that you can't be attacked anywhere in prison. You can lose your life anytime, anywhere in prison for any reason, even on a PC yard. Yes, there are stabbings even on a PC protective custody yard, sensitive needs yard, SNY yard. Evidenced by this stabbing here. You cannot escape it. The violence in prison is everywhere. And even if you comport yourself with masculinity and ethics, danger could still befall you. The only way to prevent it is to stay free, to stay out of prison. Tory Lanez, all I can say is he's lucky to be breathing, lucky to be alive. I'm not sure why dude attacked him. But the perils of prison are prevalent, omnipotent, omnipresent, and real. Stay out of there. I'm sure Tory Lanez feels blessed and lucky to have his life as well. Dude also said in the interview that he thought Tory Lanez had a weapon in his pocket. He saw Tory Lanez reaching for a weapon, so he felt like he really had to attack him right then and there. He was sort of all over the place with the interview. Again, he had his reasons, according to the interview, as to why he attacked him. It had nothing to do with somebody paying him or paying him to hit Tory Lanez. He thought Tory Lanez was paying someone to hit him. I don't know why Tory Lanez would do that, but supposedly Tory Lanez is in the pen calling shots on that PCR, got everybody listening to him and doing whatever he wants them to do because of his status and money. So, did dude get on Tory Lanez's nerve? And Tory Lanez indeed did put a hit out on him, say, man, y'all get this dude. And dude found out about it? I don't know. I'm not there. And anyone who says they know, they're just surmising, they're just speculating. No one knows. What we do know is that he was stabbed a lot of times and that he's lucky to be alive. And what we do know is that prison is not for anyone. There are some people who deserve to be away from the general public, but there are other ways to treat that. But prison is not for the faint of heart, and you can lose your life there. You can be attacked at any time, any moment, for any reason. Look at what just happened with Tory Lanez. Rich, famous, millionaire, on a PCR and still get stabbed 17 times. Stay free. That's the only remedy. Stay free, people.